Today we're going to cover water animation effects. This effect looks really, really good, and it works really, really well. Some of the other effects that I've seen in other tutorials, they look good, but then they can cause some problems. And also this one is really simple to do. So let's take a look at what the effect gives us. So we zoom in here and we can see the water rippling, but only the water. It's not affecting anything around it. It's also not a light source. So you can use this in a dark map on dark textures. It won't change the light levels or colors or anything. And also it affects only the water. So if I bring a token in here, for example, and I drop the token into the water, the token doesn't get the ripple effect. It doesn't, it's not getting light cast on it or anything like that. So if the effect sticks strictly to the water, doesn't affect anything else. You see this rock out in the water is not being affected by it. So it's a great effect. And the best part of it is really, really easy and really simple to do. So we have our map. It's just a normal map. We zoom in. The water's not moving. It's just a regular, I think it's a JPEG. No, this is a WebP. By the way, a note for anyone that is doing this kind of work with maps, always you get your highest quality possible source image. And as you're working on that image, you keep it in like high quality format. It doesn't matter which format, as long as it's a lossless format, so that you can make changes and you can edit it and you make changes and you can save it again and again and again, and the quality level stays the same. As soon as you convert it to JPEG or WebP, you get loss. Now, the loss isn't perceivable if you just do that one time. But if you do it over and over and over again, you save it as a WebP, and then you go in, you make changes to it, and you save it again as a WebP. Every single time you're losing quality, and it will become noticeable. It's like a photocopy of a photocopy of a photocopy. So save your originals as, let's see, what's some good lossless formats here. Let's take a look. The PDN, like I'm using paint.net. You can use whatever program you want. This is a free program for Windows. That's why I use it. PNG is an excellent format and is the one that I recommend. It supports transparent backgrounds, things like that. The advantage to using the native format for whatever editor you're using, in this case, PDN for paint.net, is it supports the layers. So if you've got multiple layers that you're working on and you want to preserve that for future edits, then save it as the proprietary format. When you export it in a lossless way, so that you can use it in other editors or whatever, and you don't want any loss of information, the PNG is excellent. PNGs are large, which is why the final image that you save, go with WebP. WebP is the best format for Foundry. So when you're finally done, you save it as a WebP at about, I think it's 60% quality. And it, as long as, again, you're only doing it once, not a copy of a copy of a copy, then visually you can't tell the difference. But size-wise, it makes a huge difference. So your maps, especially large maps, will load much faster. And your performance in Foundry will be much smoother. So there's just some general notes on working with images. This isn't specific to this example. But the image is just a normal map. So you can bring in any map and it can have water or it can have lava or any whatever liquid you want to animate. And then what you do is you cut out everything but the liquid and you make a separate copy. So you keep the original map, obviously you don't want to damage the original map, and you edit it. So this is exactly the same size. This is exactly the same map, same size. And all I did is I cut out everything but the water and have it as just transparent. So you have to save it as a format that supports transparent backgrounds. So you can't use JPEGs. JPEGs don't support transparent backgrounds, but WebP does, which is another reason why it's the best format to use for your final image. All right. So you just save that. And then in Foundry, you load up your regular map as your background. And then you create a tile that is the same size as your map, because the edited image is the same size. And you put that on top. And so there's no resizing or fiddling around necessary because they're both exactly the same size. So if I, because there is an overlap, I have several overlapping tiles on here, then I would want to use either the tile sort so that I can select whichever tile I want to work on. But an even better option is if you have FA Nexus installed. FA Nexus has a layer manager tool that I find is much better than tile sort. And so I have my water tile here. And then all you need to do to apply the effect once you've put your tile in, and it's just a tile, same size as the map, that has as its image the water cutout. So there's nothing complicated about that. And then you use the Token Magic Effects module, which allows you for any of your tokens or tiles, when you select them, this icon here for Token Magic Effects, and you add, you click this button here to open the panel of the various effects, and you just drag over the effect you want. In this case, it's distortion. And that's it. It's just a distortion effect. And you are now done. You now have beautifully animated water. Now you can go in and you want to get fancy. You can go in and you can edit the properties of the distortion to make it more or less. You want the effect to be stronger or weaker or whatever. But this is just the basic effects. I haven't made any changes to the preset at all. This is the basic normal preset. But as you can see, it just looks beautiful. So that's it. Very simple trick that makes absolutely gorgeous animated water for your maps. Hope you guys found this helpful. Have a good one.